What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Designsmith. Today I'm going to be showing you all about the Align panel in Adobe Illustrator. Before we get started, if you end up liking this video, please remember to hit like and subscribe. It really helps me with the growth of my channel and I appreciate it. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that our Align panel is showing. So go up to Window and click on Align. And it'll show up probably over here somewhere. I like to put mine on the right side. I'm going to be doing a video pretty soon about how to set up your workspace in the best way possible, so just keep an eye out for that. Okay, so your Align panel does exactly what you think it would do. It aligns your objects for you. And there's all kinds of different things going on here, but I assure you it's very simple. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just draw a square right here. And what we can do is we've got several options. We've got Align to Artboard, Align to Selection, and Align to Key Object. Align to Artboard is going to be your default, and what you can do is go up here to the center, horizontal align center, and you can also align it to the vertical center of your artboard. So this is now perfectly centered with the artboard. And just like you would expect, you could do horizontal align left, right, top, and bottom. So that covers this first row right here, and as you can see, it's not as intimidating as you may have thought. All right, so the next row is distribute objects, and this is very helpful if you want to distribute objects evenly. So I'm gonna draw probably 5 going across right here, and I'm just gonna move them. I'm gonna move some of them out of the bounds of the artboard and just kind of randomly place them anywhere. I'm gonna move this one, let's move this way over here, move this over here, just kind of scatter them in general. Now what you can do is select all of these, or you can do Command or Control A on your keyboard and just make sure that these are selected and nothing outside of these bounds are being selected. And you can go up to Align Objects and Vertical Align Center, and then you can click on Horizontal Distribute Center. So that is going to horizontally distribute your objects evenly. And the same thing applies vertically. You could do the same thing over here. These are not aligned horizontally, but they are aligned vertically. All right, and so for the distribute objects row, a couple of these could be a little bit confusing, so I'll try to explain it the best way I can. Let's go ahead and arrange these like this. And what this is going to do, if you select all of these, and if you go up to distribute objects, vertical distribute top, this is going to vertically distribute all of these squares right here with respect to the topmost element. So that's going to be this one right here. Now, after you do the top, if you click on the center, it will do the exact same thing. So let's undo what we just did and click on the center, and that's going to look for the object that is the most in the center, so it's this one, and it's going to vertically distribute with respect to this square right here. And then we can undo that and then go over here to vertical distribute bottom. So that's going to vertically distribute with respect to this bottom square right here. I rarely use vertical distribute top, bottom, and same thing with horizontal left and horizontal right. I'm a lot more likely to use vertical distribute center and horizontal distribute center. And I'll show you what those do. Let's just kind of move these around like this. Select everything and click on vertical distribute center. And this is taking into account all of these squares right here, and it's distributing everything with respect to the vertical center of your selection. And then the same thing over here with horizontal. This is going to distribute all of our objects in accordance with our selection. Personally, for what I do, I use distribute objects the least amount. All right, in this next one, I use more than anything else. So let's go ahead and draw some more squares. Let's get this contextual text bar out of the way. We'll move these over here. We'll just kind of create these randomly. And now let's select everything. And this is going to be distribute spacing, and you have to select one of your objects in order to activate this. So we're going to say that we want 1 inch in between each of our boxes. So you can go ahead and click on horizontal distribute space. And now there's exactly 1 inch in between each one of these objects. And you can enter in whatever value you want. And you'll notice over here that Align to Key Object is highlighted when we do this. That's because we have this object highlighted as our key object because we selected it after we made our selection. If you want, you can change your key object and then go over here and increase the spacing a little bit. And now it's going to align to this object. It's going to keep this object still and push everything else outward. This is a very valuable tool when you've got a lot of elements on the page and you're trying to get some symmetry. And now with all of these selected, we can just go up here to Align Vertical Center, and that will align all of these vertically centered. And now let's take a look at aligning to the artboard versus aligning to the selection. So let's select all of these and let's go over here to Align to Artboard. So we're going to distribute the spacing horizontally. And what that's going to do is align all of our objects to the bounds of our artboard. And we could do the same thing horizontally. So you can use this if you want to use some randomness. And let's bring this in really quickly and I'll show you what selection is. So this is our selection, and now let's click on Align to Selection, and you can distribute spacing to your selection and it will only stay within the bounds of this selection here. All right, and there's a couple more things that I want to show you. So for this example, we need to swap the fill and the stroke. So let's put like this bright pink stroke on the outside here. I'm going to go over here to Stroke and Align to Stroke. I'm going to bring this up to 20 points. And now I'm going to create just a little line here with our pen tool. And I'll bring that down to like 1 point. And then I'm going to color drop this one so that both of these match each other. So what we're going to do here is select both of these, and let's click on this line to make that our key object. Go over here to Align and check Use Preview Bounds. What that's going to do is, even though we have a stroke on this element right here, it's going to align to this line to the outer edges of this pink. So let's do Vertical Align Bottom. And as you can see, this shape with its stroke is aligned to our line. Now we're going to uncheck Use Preview Bounds, select both of these, click on our line to make that a key object, and now align to the bottom, and it's aligning to the shape without the stroke. So keep that in mind. If anything is acting weird, you might have Use Preview Bounds checked or unchecked, depending on what you're trying to do. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you is aligning to the text box versus the glyph area. So let's select both of these, and let's go over here to Align to Glyph Bounds. And if you have point text and area text both selected, and you make this box your key object, let's align to this right here. And if you move this over here, you'll see that the uppermost part of the text, which is right there where that S is, it's aligning to that instead of the text box itself where these bounds are. So let's uncheck both of these, and this box is still our key object. So let's align to the top here, and now it's going to align to that text box. In this example right here, we'll do an area type and align to this, and let's uncheck area text, and that will align with the top of the text instead of the text box. Well, I hope I taught you something in Illustrator today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you wouldn't mind, please hit like and subscribe. It helps me a lot with the YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.